else you need.
Looking like a 70s throwback is not a problem, as long as it makes you more likely to be noticed by a woman.
All right. That's looking excellent.
That was 5 minutes?
Yeah, that looks fantastic. Don't worry, that's what people do when they have about 5 minutes.
He's just being nice. Picasso's kindergarten paintings were probably better than these. But now Vlad triggers the second and sexier part of his creativity experiment. This time, there'll be a muse in the waiting room.
What makes Florida's natural orange juice taste so uniquely fresh and delicious?
Premiere begins Sunday at 9 on Discovery Fit and Health.
Does lust make men more creative? One group of men tried their hand at sketching after sitting alone in a waiting room. Now, a second group is standing by. This time, they'll have some company while they wait. The charming and desirable Kate.
So the major purpose of We Want You to accomplish in here is when that guy leaves the room and is walking down the hallway, even though he's no longer physically in here, mentally he's still in here. He cannot get you out of his mind.
Lights and cameras are readjusted. Kate preps her fake workplace, and Vlad cues the next set of male subjects. Lucky subjects.
What's your name?
I'm Kate.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Awesome. It's a novel about No Child Left Behind.
I would be really interested to read that. So what kind of music do you play?
Old hardcore punk.
Oh, that's really cool.
It doesn't take a scientist to guess that it's more stimulating to hang out with Kate than sitting by yourself in an empty room.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you.
Have a good one.
You too.
But will Kate change the way they handle their pastels?
Hi. Hi, I'm John Bonavia.
John, nice to meet you. Fantastic. Have a seat right here.
How you doing? What am I about to
Good.
paint? Vlad, like the Impaler.
That's right.
This is great.
Let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing here today.
Yes. I mean, I love girls. It's kind of like all I think about.
There's a second group of men who came in after the mating crime was enacted. They were like little peacocks. They just wanted to sprout those tails and just put everything on a piece of paper.
So are the effects of lust on creativity scientifically significant? Painter and art instructor Dave LeBeau will judge the quality of the sketches to see if, as a whole, one group was noticeably more creative than the other.
So we lined them up where one row is drawings by people who interacted with a muse, and another row is by men who did not have a muse, who just waited in a room by themselves. Now, do you think you would be able to tell which row was the muse row?
For sure, I would say this top row has a much more, in all, this complete row here has much more energy. They're all much more expressive than this bottom row, for sure. I mean, look at the agitation.
And that agitation came from the group that hung out with Kate.
Our ancestors are the men that did become more creative around women, whereas those ones who didn't are no longer our ancestors.
Lust makes men do whatever it takes to get noticed by women, whether it's by showing off their creativity